stood up and grabbed the cell bars and said,
"Now, Sticks, you know that there is much more to me than that. Much more."
"It doesn't look like it from where I'm standing," Abraham said. "But I'm used to runts with big mouths. It's how they protect themselves." Shades lifted his eyes to Abraham and said,
"You really aren't the same man as the last. You are someone different. Ha! Even I have to admit that this is fascinating, and very little fascinates me. Well, this Troglin does too."
He tapped a finger on the bars.
"Tell me, what is your real name if it's not Ruga?"
"You're a smart fella, you tell me."
"Abraham. You can thank Clarice for filling me in. She's a young girl that likes to talk, but do not fret. I always figure everything out anyway."
He licked his teeth.
"So, you are the new other-worlder. I can only hope that you are better than the last one. He was quite the fool trapped in Ruga's body."
Abraham exchanged a glance with Solomon. Shade's light eyes brightened.
"Aha! I'll be. The Troglin is another worlder too. This gets better and better. Tell me, did you know one another from your world, or are you from different worlds completely? I say it's easy to pick up on because of the way that you talk. Your speech is very uncommon."
Abraham really wished he remembered more about Shades, who seemed to know more about Abraham than he knew about himself. He wasn't sure whether he liked him or not, but at least he had some personality. "So, you're from Hancha?"
"I can't change where I was born. You should know that. But yes, I'll entertain your questions. I am from Hancha. It's a big part of my mysterious past. Why do you ask?"
Shade sat back down.
"Oh, wait, I know why. Princess Clarice blathered about everything. The Zillin dragon riders attacked the king with a strange weapon that shot sling bullets. I assume it's another one of those crazy artifacts from your world, or perhaps another, who knows. Anyway, you need a guide through Hancha."
He made a welcoming gesture with his hands.
"And here I am, a man who has thoroughly leveraged himself to meet your needs. You can let me out now, perhaps get me something to eat. Some of that Dorcha rum you've been drinking would be mighty fine."
"He's cocky," Solomon said. "I hate cocky."
"I'm an acquired taste. Just ask Sticks. She knows me more intimately than any,"
Shade said. Abraham gave her a sideways look and said, "Tell me your brother and sister or something?" She didn't say a word. "Cousins?" Shades popped up out of his seat and said,
"I'll be happy to retell the story that you most certainly don't remember. It was years ago, when Styx joined our ranks and quickly cozied up to me. She was so cute, trying to be so rugged and boyish just to fit in, but it wasn't long before she proved to be all woman. Then there was some back and forth, awkwardness when you showed an interest. She seemed to be one that wanted to move up the ranks and stepped on me to get into the top tent."
The muscles in Styx's jaw clenched. If her eyes could have shot poisoned arrows, she would have done so at Shades. "Your gossip isn't very henchman-like," Abraham said. "It sounds more like the words of old chattering women. Styx, do you really think that we need him to guide through Hancha?"
"I'm only saying that he knows it better than any of the rest of us. There were more henchmen from Hancha, but they are all dead." "Don't blame that on me," Shade said. "I wasn't responsible for any of what I was accused of." "If that's the case, then why did you try to kill us in Baraka?" she asked, her voice cracking a little. "Now that I have time to explain, I will explain."
Shades poked his finger at Abraham and Styx.
"You abandoned me in Baraka. What was I supposed to do, lie down and die? In the past, we would wait as a group and be strong, but not this time. It was me, one-on-one."
His jaw tightened. His small, deft hands turned white-knuckled on the bars.
"So I managed to join one of the gangs."
He pulled up his sleeve, revealing white scars carved into his arm, making a crude image of a snake with fangs.
"Over time, I proved my worth and overtook the gang called the Serpent's Tail. I recruited the Gond, which wasn't easy, and after that we had the run of the prison yard. When you came, I had to prove who I was. It was only fighting. No one got killed. Sure, some broken bones and bloody noses, but the henchmen can handle that." "You came after the women. We know what they do with the women in Baraka,"
Styx said in a tone that was almost a growl.
"Well, to be clear, all of the women except for you. Listen, it was for your protection. It might not sound that way, but there were other gangs bent on taking a fatal poke at the henchmen,"
Shade said.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.